Hello once again, my dear viewers, to Infamous Animation, where garbage comes to life. I'm back. It's been a long-ass time since I did one of these, and, well, the reasons why it took so long is hardware issues, but those have since been resolved. And for my return, I give you a good long look at the animated Italian Titanic trilogy. You may be asking why I'm gonna look at some of these movies when a few other, more popular reviewers may have done so earlier. Well, I was originally just gonna review Tentacolino, the third movie, but having finally seen all three, I found that there is so much wrong with all three of them that only one 20-minute review really isn't sufficient. You'll see soon enough. Why yes, I did watch all three in a row. I'm still sane. To keep the aliens from reading my mind. Well, we got a lot of bullshit to cover, so we better get started. The Legend of the Titanic was released in 1999. Although written, directed, and overall produced in Italy, the animation was done by SEK Studios, a North Korean animation house that has done work for some decent movies and Disney knockoffs. The film opens with a cheap, synthetic rendition of the song New York, New York, accurately setting the tone for the rest of the movie, and it appears that mice have grown to human size and are able to reside in fancy apartments. An elderly mouse named Top Connors is being pestered by his grandchildren to tell them what really happened on board the Titanic.
Why, let's think if it was the most wonderful ship in the world, Grandpa.
It was well built, wasn't it?
The best you've ever seen.
Listen to what it says in this old paper. Tragic ending to the maiden voyage of the Titanic. The liner goes down. 100 missing. A lot of people died, huh?
Well, youngster, it's a long and complicated story.
Oh yeah, and apparently we had internet editions of newspapers back in 1912. I guess the internet is older than we think.
The truth of the matter is that those missing persons were never really missing. It's all misunderstanding.
WRONG!
Grandpa, what was this whistle used for?
Huh? You put that down right now.
That belongs to your grandmother!
This was used for calling the terrible Mr. Ice.
Who? Why was he so terrible?
Are you kidding me? Have you seen his hair? Connors gives in and starts telling his grandchildren what really happened on the maiden voyage of the Titanic. Here we are introduced to Rose.
My name's Elizabeth.
Whatever.
Make sure that Duke of Cameron's luggage is stowed securely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we wouldn't want a Mr. Cameron to sue us now, would we? Connors and his fellow mice take roll call outside the ship, where he meets his good friend Ronnie and his sister Estrella.
Please call me Stella. Everyone else does, after all.
This is about one of 3 times they meet on screen before they get married at the end. Even Ariel would say that's a little fast.
I say, lad, you're Brazilian, aren't you? What brought you all the way here to Great Britain, if I may ask?
I came here to learn your national pastime, soccer. But I think my country mice are going to transform it a little.
What?
Yeah, you can tell this movie was dubbed in America because we have a Brazilian and a Briton discussing soccer, not football. Also, why would Ronnie move to Britain to learn football? At the time when this movie takes place, Brazil has had professional football teams for over 20 years. I'm sure he didn't move to Britain for the food. We cut back to Elizabeth, who is disgusted at the sight of the man who her father and stepmother are forcing her to marry. However, she sees something else that catches her eye. A group of Spanish gypsies.
Come on, Smiley. Let's give the folks a show.
Oh my god, he named his dog Smiley.
What a beautiful girl. Over there. Go to her, Smiley. Carry my greetings to her.
Oh man, I think that's the cheesiest thing I've ever heard. So Smiley takes his dreams to her and returns with a glove for him to sniff. Hey, at least it's not her panties. I've seen too many anime.
That young man just might upset our plans.
Quite so.
How do you know that? You've never even met him.
I'm very sorry, sir, but the animal must be kept on a leash. My good man, you happen to be addressing Don Juan Tenorio de Ariarte Gonzalez Leon, Prince of Andalusia. But Prince does not travel with animals, you imbecile!
For those of you who don't know, Andalusia is one of the largest regions in Spain. Well, that's an odd choice. Why replace Jack, a poor, everyday artist, with a wealthy Spanish prince? Oh, because a Spanish studio is 1/3 the producer of this movie. How very humble of them. But, you know, that's still weird because Andalusia itself is not and never has been a kingdom. So how can he be a prince from there? Though I guess I can't complain too much. An American studio is the final producer of this movie. Ironically, the same one that would later produce 300. I'm getting off track. Back to the shitty movie. Prince Don Juan, yeah, that's his name, and his gypsies forced their way aboard by threatening the guy who was just trying to do his job. They even let the dog piss on his leg. What a bunch of putos.
Now then, where was I? Ah, yes. To the captains of all my whaling vessels, keep your crews on the alert and ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It's here that we find out that Everard Maltravers, the man Elizabeth is going to marry, is a shallow, unscrupulous whaler and only wants to marry Elizabeth so that he can have unlimited hunting rights.
When I want to hear your opinions, I'll ask for them. Is that quite clear?
In the English dub, he's voiced by Gregory Snegoff, who will be familiar to Americans who grew up with Robotech in the 80s, as he was one of the major characters. In fact, he was one of our first big recurring voice actors when they were first bringing anime to America. And to be honest, he's actually pretty entertaining in this movie. He's the only one who sounds like he's trying to have fun with this miserable film. Even when he sucks in this movie, he's still pretty fun to listen to.
Sign them, or I'll kill that stupid, presumptuous daughter of yours and the silly, prancing gypsy dancer she's so fond of.
Ronnie and Connors visit the dining hall to check out the food they can steal.
Don't go getting any of your crazy ideas, Ronnie. I promised your beautiful sister I'd take good care of you.
Poor Ronnie. It must suck having a best friend constantly lusting after your sister. Oh, and check this out. The mice don't cast shadows, but the bars they're holding onto cast shadows straight through them.
She's as beautiful as a picture and as fiery as the visual of the Carioca. I'll see her in my dreams for the rest of my life.
I hate to be a spoilsport, but I would like to draw to your attention the fact that she's a woman and you're a mouse.
Well, there's one thing I'm not, and that's a racist. That girl is a masterpiece of beauty, and we Brazilians always appreciate beauty.
Indeed, Ronnie. Which means that if any of you guys out there don't find this attractive, well, what the hell do you have against progress? You prick.
I hear she's Brazilian.
And lest we forget that the Italians appreciate beauty, we get this shot of Elizabeth's deep cleavage while she's crying for her future. How sensitive.
What's her name? Oh, I don't believe it. I can understand them.
You can understand us thanks to a net of magic moonbeams that caught your tears as they fell into the water. We added a little magic of our own, and voila! The spell was cast. Only now you really must stop crying, my dear.
Yes, please, or you'll drown us.
Yeah. Dolphins can talk using moonlight and tears. And they can float for several seconds at a time. I'm okay with it. I read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I know about the dolphin's true power. I don't see why everyone else has such a big problem with it. It's real. Get over it.
If I could turn into a dolphin like you, that would make me happier than anything in the world. I'd be free to roam the oceans and not have to worry about evil men and wicked women. Then I'd have no reason in the world to cry.
Yeah, except for the tuna hunters and the sharks that can eat your babies and the alien race known as the Vortex. It's great to be a dolphin. The dolphins tell Elizabeth that Maltravers is trying to expand his whaling operation. How they know it's Maltravers is unknown, but even more unknown is how Maltravers' lackey is able to talk with a shark that's been hired to destroy the ship at a specified time.
Wrong! Oh goodness me! I'm a beautiful girl who isn't understood by her family. My only hope is to become a Disney princess with the ability to talk to all the cute animals of the world so that they can help me get married to a handsome prince whom I don't even know.
Listen, you can't just give in like that. This game isn't even in the second half yet. You've gotta fight.
Oh, goody! That's step 1. Now when is ooh la la step 2? I wonder, what kind of company does my beloved keep?
Come on, muchachos. Let's liven things up and go to bed happy after a good flamenco. Hiya!
Oh, shit. Well, Cinderella's on the ship. Maybe she can give me some advice.
After convincing her father to let her drop the marriage with Maltravers with surprisingly little effort, probably because he was tired of Maltravers pestering him for the whaling rights, Ronnie proves that he is the pride of Brazil by kicking a football so hard it increases in size and sends a grown man flying into some slapstick.
Excuse me, ladies.
Oh god, underwear. Don't let Don Juan see this place, he might try to sniff everything.
You're right, Smiley. Smoking should be forbidden in here.
Except smoke. He doesn't like the smell of smoke. That's weird. I thought all Europeans smoked back then. With his plans going wrong, Maltravers and Elizabeth's evil stepmother begin a backup plan to sink the ship so that they can cover their tracks. A little extreme if you ask me, but who am I to question the best actor in the movie? Ronnie and Connors overhear this and rush to tell Don Juan.
Just a minute. I don't like Mr. Maltravers very much either, but that's a long way from thinking he's going to sink a ship.
We also heard him mentioning a whaling concession.
Yes, a whaling concession.
Really? We'll have to do this ourselves. No one else would ever believe it. All right, amiguitos. Listen carefully.
Ah, Dios, ¿por qué no te callas, imbécil? The mice see that Maltravers is going to send a fake telegraph stating that he just obtained all the necessary whaling permits, and they cut all the wires so that they can stop it from being sent. Again, a little extreme. Maltravers' lackey tells the sharks to sink the boat at midnight. The shark boss, named Ice, tricks Casper the friendly octopus here into an iceberg throwing competition that will spell doom for the Titanic. Wait a minute. Why are there icebergs at the bottom of the sea? Ice floats on water! Back on board, Maltravers forces Elizabeth's father to sign the whaling rights at gunpoint.
Gotta hand it to you, kid. You've almost won the bet.
Only almost?
Yes, because only if you throw a seriously huge hunk of ice can I call you the winner and hire you as head of my own elite guard unit. Got it, kid?
Okay, I've never seen the original Italian version of this movie, but having a guy talk without closing his mouth just makes it look like the animation is lazy. Then Tentacles the Octopus throws the infamous iceberg and is too stupid to move it when he is told that it will kill a ship full of people. Maltravers and his team steal a lifeboat before the ship collides with the iceberg, and in a surprising move, the scene of panic aboard the ship is actually pretty well done. The rest of the scene is played out in seriousness. It's kinda shocking, really.
There's room for everyone!
And I spoke too soon.
Maybe there's a ship near enough that can make it in time to help us.
Oh, the telegraph! Oh my goodness, we cut the wire!
You didn't repair it after? That's against every rule in the Seamouse Maritime Union! Do you realize what you've done, you little fools? That I shall live to see such a day!
I guess we could try and fix it.
You're right, and that's just what you're going to do, or I'll have the hides off you! Are you still here?
On our way!
Oh yeah, Connors has this dumb habit of saying "wee" every time he's running really fast. It's especially out of place here. What do you think will happen when he marries Stella?
Connors, honey, I'm pregnant. Uh-oh. Whee!
They get the help of a mouse cook named Camembert to help them fix the cables, and he has a magnificent idea.
I've got it. Connect the wires to my mustache.
Oh, that's nonsense. Human hair can't conduct a...
Oh, Camembert.
Camembert. What a hero.
So, Camembert dies in only his second on-screen appearance, and Elizabeth and Don Juan free her father.
Get to the lifeboat as fast as you can!
Look at the mouse.
It's okay, Daddy. I'm a Disney princess now.
So, Tentacles is told to hold the ship up so that the people can get off.
I'm not a hero, I'm just a kid. The truth is, this terrible thing that's happening is all my fault.
No, Tentacles, it's not your fault. This all happened because of an evil, greedy human being.
Wrong! Tentacles takes a deep breath to go underwater and ruins an actually decent-looking scene of the captain preparing to die with the ship by placing him on an orca. This guy's had quite a hell of a day. First animals start singing and dancing on his ship, then an iceberg is thrown right in his path, and now he's saved by a cartoon octopus and a legion of dolphins. You ever have one of those days? I have, except I was saved by a cartoon potato. Made sense at the time. The survivors get picked up immediately after the wreck. Wrong!
No, not all. All except the heroes who gave their lives for the rest of us. God bless their memory.
So, let's see. The casualties amount to 1 mouse and 1 octopus. Yeah, I think I can live with that. Oh, wait a minute! Are they suggesting that Tentacles drowned? They are! Oh my god, they really are! Oh wait, no, he's alive. Never mind. Maltravers gets lost while approaching the Arctic, supposedly dying out there. Don Juan marries Elizabeth, Connors marries his best friend's sister, and the mice come to give him a message.
Coachman, follow that Dalmatian if you please.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why I'm following a Dalmatian, but sweet Jesus, they're paying me a lot of money. A bunch of dolphins and whales show up to give their congratulations, and Tentacles shows up to roaring applause instead of Godzilla-style fear and panic.
Tentacles, you are a true hero. You saved my life by putting your own in danger. And the many people who couldn't find space in the lifeboats, you saved their lives too.
Wrong!
Tell us how you accomplished such an amazing feat.
It was the whales who did it, really.
Bullshit. We all know Aquaman sent them. He's the real hero. Oh yeah, Camembert is alive too. How? Who cares? Dance party ending!
You heard, children. Enough is enough. Your grandfather loves to tell stories, but like all sailors, you shouldn't take them too serious.
Well, that was awful. Want to watch the next one?